Hello and welcome to Sproink Dota presents Random Team Game. I'm Nuff and I'm joined today by Iggy.
Hello!
Hello Iggy. And we are watching ConeForest versus Life for Ner'Zull.
ConeForest very definitely Russian, judging by that icon.
And what can you tell us about these teams today then, Iggy?
Well, it's kind of good that the ConeForest banned the Weaver, in fact, because Life and Ner'Zull have played him in the majority of their games. That said, the majority of their games are 3, and ConeForest have played 3 games too. The difference being ConeForest have lost all 3, and Life and Ner'Zull have won all 3. So
this should be the first time they're coming up against teams that are ranked. They should both be ranked now in team matchmaking, and somehow someone beating someone 3 times is still good enough to play someone who's lost 3 times.
Well, maybe if they've lost against really, really good teams 3 times, with like really where they fought really hard, and 3 stomps against nub teams, they kind of equate.
Maybe. Darkseer for the offlane being picked up straight away by ConeForest. Good, strong hero.
It was kind of interesting to see the OD ban so early in the first phase.
Well, I guess they're just banning the ones they really don't like playing against.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't blame them for banning a Weaver and an OD, by the way. 2 really hellish heroes to play against. Well, Weaver not so much, but it's so hard to pin the little bugger down.
He is difficult to kill off, but that is kind of balanced by the fact he's really not that effective out of a couple of decent items remaining.
Indeed, and if you pick someone like a Bounty Hunter up to counter the Weaver, I mean, Weaver really starts to struggle when he can't just shakuchi you around unharassed. Ooh.
Radiant team pick.
First pick Nyx. It's been a while.
Yeah, back in the old days when mana burn used to be useful.
Indeed. Well, it's still good. I mean, it's still the same old spell it is at rank 4. But at level 1 it was broken, man. You have to understand that.
Back in the old days when it was OP, then. Stick with that.
Yeah.
So Nyx Assassin is a very strong ganker, obviously. He's invisible to make him very easy for picking off split pushes, so that might be the counter for split pushing from Nyx's Prophet or something similar.
Indeed.
Decent enough lane presence as well. He doesn't get much farm, but obviously supports don't farm up very well. He can't flash farm very well either, but his stun is fantastic. And
he can flash farm pretty well.
Speaking of flash farming, yeah, Keeper of the Light can flash farm like a boss. So he'll probably be on the 4 position with the Nyx Assassin being a 5 next.
Yeah, that said, I mean, it is always nice to have a little bit more farm on your Nyx as opposed to a Kotl. So if they can pick up the farm for the Nyx, I think they will.
The thing with Nyx is he doesn't need items to be effective. The kind of items he picks up are like...
Neither does Keeper of the Light, so...
Well, yeah, but Keeper of the Light, if he can farm quicker, he can get a mechanism quicker for his team.
It's very true.
Yeah, and he can obviously stop split pushing a lot easier. Lich being picked up, so a huge team fighting going on here with the Darkseer and Lich.
Probably going to be either a mid or a support Lich then. I doubt they're going to remove the Darkseer from his favourable offlane position.
Yeah, you don't see Darkseer anywhere but the offlane. They're very,
apart from the jungle.
Yeah, they're still not. They're still not on lane. Sometimes he can be in mid on really rare occasions.
5 seconds remaining.
I can honestly say I have never seen it. It's one of those once in a blue moon things, or once in a purple moon.
He doesn't do too bad, man. He's quite good solo against other heroes.
I think that was a good choice banning out the Phantom Lancer, actually.
Yeah, I mean...
It's just been a pretty potent tri-lane with those 3.
Damn straight. Enigma's been banned out as well. They're really stopping the... Well, to be fair, they've looked at the team fighting going, what we really don't want is an Enigma in the mix, because...
10 seconds remaining.
Well, when you can already see that wall of replica shining up and the vacuum, and you can see the Frost Blast ready.
It's the vacuum you've got to worry about.
Ooh, good Void ban out, I think. It was interesting to see ConeForest ban out the Gyro if they are going for a team fight heavy lineup. That said, they might just be leaving these 2 heroes and goes, okay, Lich, Darkseer, you're our team fight, you hold in the team fights, we'll kill them off. So it's possible that was just, you know, you don't have to build a lineup entirely around team fight at the end of the day.
It's actually pretty unwise to build a whole team around
10 seconds remaining.
Especially teams like...
dodge the fights. Ooh.
Yeah, they can dodge the fight.
Radiant team pick.
I guess Nyx is going to be mid then.
Yeah, I'd kind of imagine it. Or maybe even on the offlane if he's up against someone like a Darkseer.
Well, this is the glory about first picking Nyx, is that obviously you normally pick him up as a support, but now seeing all the team fight, they've gone, well, we need to counter that team fight, and how better to counter it than to take it from them and throw it right back at them with the Rubik. So Nyx is going to end up in the mid, with Rubik taking up the 5 position instead. Lifestealer being picked up by ConeForest. I do believe you mentioned they pick up Lifestealer. You did to me, not on microphone.
Indeed.
Lifestealer seems to be quite a favourite for the ConeForest. Which is probably why you didn't see him being banned out by them.
It's also worth noting that this Lifestealer, I mean, Life and Ner'Zull was like, okay, they're going to team fight, let's ban out the Void. But without realising, it's like, wow, this guy's still left in the pool, and you know, he can be pretty good sometimes. So, the only thing I think ConeForest are lacking right now is disables.
Yeah, they're going to pick up.
Really think they are.
Oh, split push.
Dire team pick.
And lots of it. Anyone trying to like split push themselves is going to be at risk for the Nyx assassin, who will be getting farmed being in this mid lane. The lone druid, of course, no one's better than pushing down towers than that guy. Well, he's bear at least. He's not so good at it.
Wow. See, I don't know. There are heroes who can rival him under the right circumstances because.
There's your disable, and of course, massive
Radiant team ban.
Indeed. So, probably a Lich Lifestealer Lion tri-lane?
That's what I'm presuming.
Or either the Lich will go into mid.
I don't see it. I suppose that's what they...
10 seconds remaining.
It's an option because obviously the OD's out of the pool, so...
Yeah.
And he would be up against Nyx Assassin, which is a reasonably good matchup for him.
Indeed.
Reserve time.
And I mean, with the fact that he could play either a support or a mid, it is going to leave them a little bit of freedom. That said, if they chose to pick up another support here and left Lich in mid, they only have one carry, and they don't have anyone who can even come close to semi-carrying. So if that Lifestealer gets shut down, they're screwed.
Yeah, they banned out the puck. Really good idea banning out the puck, because of course there is always the Lifestealer bomb in the pool. If that had been a plan of theirs, they probably should have picked up before Lion, because I didn't see Lion being banned, because he's never banned, because he never really gets picked. Alchemist being the final ban, pretty good ban in all respects. Guy's a great farmer, and can be a bit more early present than Lone Druid, so...
I think ConeForest would do well to pick up either a Storm Spirit or a Queen of Pain right now, just to synergize really well with that Lifestealer. And that said, they also need a little bit of semi-carry coming out.
Out of the two of them, against a Nyx Assassin, I'd probably go for the Storm Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, especially against the Rubik as well, let's not forget. Because, I mean, if he can steal the Queen of Pain, Scream of Pain, ooh, that can really help turn a team fight.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
I think with the Lifestealer bombs from a Storm Spirit, they can easily kill off Keeper of Light, easily kill off a Rubik.
Indeed.
And if they catch Lone Druid early on, they can kill him off pretty easy as well. The bear doesn't do a lot of damage until he's got the Radiance up on it. So they can kind of just weather the storm that will come out from him and be able to bring down the Druid himself in time.
I think Life and Ner'Zull are really considering this last pick for a potential mid or an offlaner for them. Probably a carry though, in all honesty. I mean, we might see... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm being retarded. They're really considering it, because I think they're considering maybe putting the Lone Druid... Ooh!
Anti-mage.
So this is going to be the kind of long game I really didn't want to see.
Well, it depends on how strong ConeForest are. They've definitely got the early team fight down. Lifestealer will be up and running way before Anti-Mage and way before Lone Druid. They're gonna... the thing is though, Life and Ner'Zull can really prolong defences on towers. With just the Keeper of Light.
Yeah.
And with Rubik, if he comes as well, his Fate Bolt is going to be really good as well. Meaning they are going to be able to keep them back and keep that space for their Anti-Mage and Lone Druid to farm up. So yeah, it could be a really long slugfest here. I think ConeForest definitely have to go for one of those early snowballing heroes, just so they can just pick everything off.
Yeah,
and the Storm Spirit is the really the primary pick here for me.
All things said as well, I mean, if they don't take someone like a Storm Spirit, I mean, I don't really see where their single target ganking is coming from, because it's like, yes, Lion has pretty solid disables, but Lich isn't the best in the gank, Darkseer isn't the best in the gank. I mean, Lifestealer is, but you need someone to initiate for him. So without a Storm Spirit, I think they're gonna be really lackluster against the hard carriers of Life and Ner'Zull. They're not going to be able to push against them because, well, the fantastic anti-push they have. And if they don't take a single target ganker, they're not going to be able to pick them off either.
Well, no, and they've got to be really careful for the single target ganking against them because Lion... Oh, a Sand King. Okay, so they're going full all-in for early team fight, really. Yeah. It's going to be really difficult to force a fight upon life for Ner'Zull, though. With what we mentioned earlier, with the ability to defend towers with just 2 of their supports while everyone else farms up, it's going to be really difficult. They're going to have to play incredibly well and really kind of outsmart and outplay their opponents to make the most of this. And they've really got a big timer over their head. They need to win this within the first half hour, or it's really going to be in...
when this anti-mage starts finding farm, once he's got Battle Fury up and he's in his jungle, you can't win at that stage, especially with a lone druid pushing down your towers.
It's even worse if he is in your jungle and pushing, because he can just like push the wave, blink into a camp, farm it, blink back into the next wave, push it, and then it's kind of a horrible farming cycle that's incredibly quick, great for gaining gold and for pushing at the same time, and really difficult to pick him off as well.
Indeed. Yeah, I really think ConeForest have come into this kind of poorly, in fact. I mean, I don't see their team winning in any particular aspect of the game right now. I mean, they might... I think they're going to win their lanes.
30 seconds.
That's for sure.
It's going to be tough. Nick's up against who I assume is going to be the Lich, most likely.
Yeah.
I don't see Lich being able to kill off the Nyx assassin. Really.
Lich is not a mid who kills. No. I mean, all he really has is his Frostblast nuke and his right click, so...
Yeah, and then you've got Spike Carapace up on the Nyx assassin. So they're not going to be able to kill off Nyx before he does 6 unless they dedicate a rotation. And of course, rotating to kill Nyx is all good and well, but the real threat in this is going to be the lone druid. There's talking about the lone druid bear, actually. I'm going to just be harassed away by the...
It is worth noting that Lone Druid is not going to have the greatest time against this Trilane. I mean, there is 2 stuns and a Hex, as well as the Lifestealer open wound. So, I think this bear needs to be it's going to need to be very, very careful.
Yeah, it's quite possible this bear is just going to be food for this Trilane. So you'll see the Lone Druid. He'll attempt to do what he can at this point. He'll probably try to disrupt pull-throughs, farm up where he can, and be basically a nuisance until he deems it that, you know, this lane's lost. Screw it, I'm going to go jungle.
Well, it's not always that he goes jungle. I mean, if he kind of plays a kind of really passive role on the lane for a while, eventually the support's going to rotate off to mid and down onto the bottom lane and look for kills. And when it's just a Lifestealer, or if Lifestealer has chosen to join those supports, I think that's when he's going to find his farm on the lane.
Either way, he's going to be a bit behind where he wants to be, but in the other court, we've got the anti-mage. He's probably going to get a good, decent amount of farm. Yeah, he's going to take harass from Darkseer's Iron Shell, but you know, he's got a stout shield, and he's got his supports.
Indeed.
To keep him alive. He'll be fine.
He doesn't really need to fear a rotation, because I mean, what the hell's going to happen if a Lich rotates down? I mean, Lich and a Darkseer isn't really the best combination of killing off a blinking anti-mage. It's like, well, you can slow him, and you can harass him with the Iron Shell while he's slowed, but he's just going to teleport away from you. They need a stunner to rotate down. They need the Rubik or the Lion or the Sand King to rotate down.
Yeah, and there's a hell of a long way to travel. If they're not TPing, it's going to take you quite a while to get around there.
And they can only TP one way. I mean, unless they start hanging around on one of the lanes for 90 seconds, it's kind of a one-way ticket.
And pretty much all that time you're rotating as well, especially if you want to rotate and not reveal that you've rotated, which is pretty much impossible, but at least you can not show yourself in mid. It takes longer, and you're losing experience the entire time.
Indeed. I like these new rune icons on the minimap. That's good.
They are pretty cool. There's your haste rune at the bottom at the minute, waiting for someone to snatch it.
Interesting to see no runes up on Life and Ner'Zull yet. No wards, sorry. No runes. I'm retarded.
Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't bother with any wards. I mean, they've got them up on the Cottle, I believe. Yeah, he's got 2 sentries and 2 wards. He just hasn't bothered with them.
I think they need to deward this pull-through camp, in actual fact.
Yeah, the Magic Bush.
Indeed.
Spot. It's quite an obvious position as well. Although it didn't block the camp.
Yeah, it's not quite far enough north to block the hard camp.
It's not quite in the right position to block both of them, but you got the portal count, which is the important one.
But yeah, I think they really do need to... Oh, doing a little bit of this Darkseer right now. Getting in a little bit close.
Yeah, he keeps coming in to like stop them pulling through.
But they're not pulling through. You know they're not pulling through. You have a wall. You can see they're not pulling through. Oh, we see a rotation.
Yeah, they're going to pick up... They're going to de-ward.
Coles misses. So depressing sometimes.
It's a very quick looking Rubik now. They could.
Well, this Darkseer is not in a very good position right now.
Yeah, but no
I mean, he knows where the supports just were.
He's going to harass the crap out of him now. Oh, into the trees he goes. And
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice awareness there by the Darkseer.
Indeed. And I think he knew that the rotation was coming from behind a little bit sooner, but he chose not to act purely on the basis of, well, I've got enough time, I can surge away. And I mean, sure, Rubik can chase me on the haste room, but I can get behind a tower before he can really get a lift off and the rest of his team can follow up.
He chose not to left at all because obviously his team were in a position to help him at the time, so he didn't waste the mana.
Indeed. Lone Druid doing reasonably well on this off lane actually. He's sitting on 6 and 1 to a lifestealer's 13 and 2.
Yeah,
so.
and the anti-mage is on a wonderful start, 26 for 6.
Wow. It's an anti-mage with practically free farm. I mean, he takes the Iron Shell harass, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother him that much.
No.
He's got a Ring of Health up now, so he practically regens more than the damage it does. Oh, was he lift up on Darkseer?
No, he's going to get away though.
Oh, good blink body block there.
No lift by the Rubik.
No, the lift happened at the start of the fight.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Oop. But there wasn't enough damage from the Illuminate. It's starting to get 1 at the minute.
Indeed. That said, I mean, Darkseer is now well off the lane. He's going back to Fountain right now.
Yeah, might put the fear into him. He might consider just giving up on this lane now and going straight to the jungle.
Well, he's picked for Soul Ring now, so I think he's going to do an awful lot more on the lane right now. Oh, we see Nyx on a DD. Not quite level 6 yet though, so... Yeah, I wonder how mid's been going. 6 and 3 on Nyx, 14-1 Lich.
It's to be expected that the Lich is going to be ahead. He's a range hero, which is
oh, he's actually choosing to go. Oh, there's a poor bounce from his ult, but...
And the stun comes up and the assassin is going to use his DD. Nope, he keeps holding it for now. No, he has a creep wave in his way, he didn't want to fight through it.
Kind of interesting to see the Lich go for that. I mean, if there was a good bounce to that range creep instead of that melee creep, which I'm pretty sure was at the maximum range, I think that would have been a dead Nyx. That would have been another Chain Frost bounce, and...
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Unlucky, I suppose.
And a DD now up on the next assassin.
I think he mainly pops it so we can get the regen out of his bottle.
Yeah, he needed that.
Lich is busy salving up.
Druid's bear's half death. Just going for the harass on...
Nyx has found an invis room while he's still on a DD.
Dire's bottom
There's a
tower is
rotation
under
from the
attack.
smoke up here. We've got the
Indeed.
Rubik and the Keeper of the Light. Actually, I think they're going to go up top along with this Nyx assassin. This could be some serious killing.
Dire's bottom tower
Interestingly
is under
enough, there's
attack.
not actually been a
Run,
first
little
blood
bottom
yet.
tower.
This
Run.
could be the first blood going out. Maybe
He's found
even on-
Lion. This could be bad for little Lion.
And they see the pull through happening.
Oh, his DD's run out now.
That doesn't matter if he's
Dead
going
Lion.
on. That's the
Oh, is
start.
it? He's been completely wasted there. First blood going to Cottle.
Indeed, I think they're probably going to steal this stack now as well.
Might as well, there's not going to be anyone contesting them. Like
Yep.
I said, it's not going to do it. Sand King's already making his way back towards his own fountain. Or at least tier 2.
But yeah, that was good first blood. I mean, that was pretty much... How much gold was that? Well, he's sat on 970 now, so... I imagine we'll see him build towards a quick mech.
Lifestealer's got himself a bracer, which I imagine we put towards drum endurance.
Drums. Yeah, he's gone for phase boost drums. I don't really think that's possible.
Illuminate here. Oh no, he might
That's
go
a
down
lot
as well.
he's getting dive right now. That's good stuff by the Nyx. That's going to be a kill to the bear as well.
Lone Druid picks off the kill, and that's Nyx going down.
Might even be a tier 1 as well. I mean, bear's got hasn't quite got demolished yet, but...
That's got Dire's structures are fortified. That's what that wispy glow around the tower means.
Oh, Lion.
Dire's top tower
I
is
wants
under
to do
attack.
something, but he knows he can't until he gets his backup. But here comes the backup in the shape of the Lich from mid and the Sand King. But
The
I
Dire's
think
top
they're just
tower
going to
is
give
doing
up on
its
it.
best,
2
but
damage.
it doesn't look good. Dire's top tower has fallen.
That was a really, really good rotation there. And I mean, although they didn't get the advantage of the DD up on the Nyx, they still got the advantage of the invis. And
actually going in on Nyx right now. ConeForest being kind to him, very kind to him.
Really do something about that.
He's invisible.
Doesn't have a TP scroll, so you can't just TP away, and that was a really good sentry ward pop down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A little bit late,
That's not gonna hold.
Much more appreciated during the fight.
Indeed.
Actually, before the fight would have been a good idea. They must have known he was level 6.
Radiant's middle tower
They
is
could have
under
assumed
attack.
he went out, used Vendetta to originally kill off Lion, but it still could have been on cooldown at the time.
Yeah, that's very true. It's quite hard to know purely because of the invis initiation they did.
That being said, it's a Nyx assassin. If you're going to go on him and you're not sure, just drop that sentry straight away.
Yeah. Anti-Mage currently sitting on 54 to 11 down on bottom lane. His farm's going on swimmingly right now.
And they've actually opened up a little bit of room for the Lone Druid now to start farming as well.
Indeed.
And Nyx is having to go into mid.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
Anti-Mage scaring off the Darkseer from this camp. It's actually a really, really good pull through. It's doing what you'd love to see from the Darkseers and pulling the
I feel sad for them.
creep wave through into the hard camp.
Just run it, being careful.
Radiant's
body
tower
tower
is under attack.
I think if he mana void, this might be a dead. Oh, so
He's
close.
going to chase him. The Darkseer hasn't got enough to get out of this. He's going to try to loop and get Anti-Mage to kill himself. He's not going to have time. He's going to go down, surely. He's backing himself into a corner, and he's dead. Anti-Mage still has the blink as well, so yeah, good kill. Oh, rotation from the Sand King wasn't quite quick enough.
Tasted up as well, but he's TPing away. Sand King stun into the. Oh, no, never mind.
He's looking for him, but he's already gone.
That was a pretty good play from the Anti-Mage there. I mean, Darkseer outstayed his welcome in that creep camp, I think, and just let the Anti-Mage get just a few too many right clicks in on him.
War going on here.
Yeah, I see this.
But yeah, the Anti-Mage really knew the limits of the hero at that point.
Yeah.
And knew he could get off the kill and get away in time, despite fighting under a tower, so yeah, good play.
I'm surprised he didn't mana void a tad earlier, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Darkseer was on 0 mana after that first surge, so... I think the mini stun a little bit closer to the Anti-Mage would have been more preferable and may have not taken as much harass.
Perhaps, but he secured the kill.
She had Lifestealer farming against the Anti-Mage right now.
Well, one of them's hitting a lot harder than the other right now.
Lifestealer's actually in a really, really bad spot as well. I mean, 3 of the supports are very, very nearby.
Might spot them out though.
No, they don't actually have wards at the minute. Oh, they must have done a Lone Druid though
I
now.
think they might know the bear spell.
Bear.
The bear chases a lion.
Angry bear.
Chases them behind the tower. We're still farming up nicely, but he's in trouble now. Just getting hexed up here, and the stun comes out. They stack the stuns too quickly, and he just TP's out. He doesn't have a TP
Radiant's
scroll.
top tower is under attack. About time.
Well, that said, he can blink away in a second. So. Oh, we've seen him fest up. Oh, just to gain health. Never mind.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant.
Eat you from the inside out. The tastiest way. Oh, we're seeing a bit of action in mid actually. Poor Lich.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think it's going to be a mid tower as well.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
Did protect them.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant. Dire's middle tower is
Anti-Mage
under
just
attack.
farming against the tri lane right now.
Just no fucks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About
Anti-Mage, man. Oh, here's a rotation.
They're backing out widely though.
Interesting.
Not pursuing to the other side of.
Kind of surprised we didn't see the Lone Druid push onto that tower in mid after they killed the Lich, because I mean his bear with Demolish Up would really be able to get some damage out, but choosing to defend this tier 1 instead.
Yeah. Well, so far, I mean the ganks have just not been working for ConeForest at the minute. They've been really struggling. They haven't. A couple of little tiny mistakes here and there have made it more difficult. You have to be really on the mark if you want to take out an anti-mage.
Really, really interesting thing to note right now. This Lone Druid has put phase boots on himself and has brown boots up on the bear.
Well, okay.
So he's actually now spent more money on himself than on his bear. I mean, this must be a Lone Druid first.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It's possible he just feels the escape
The war
from the phase
continues.
boot useful right now.
Oh, Nick's Assassin looking for someone. Is he going to come up behind his lifesteal? Yes, he is. And now comes the Vendetta and the stun.
That's the
Just
stun,
catches
man.
him out, manages to burn his mana as well. Are they going to finish him off? So close! Anti-mage here, finishing off the lifestealer.
There wasn't anything convenient nearby to infest into, which might have been enough to save that lifestealer.
In the meantime, Lich did manage to pick up Rubik, being the first kill for that team, and they really needed it.
Indeed. That said, you're picking off a support and you just lost your lifestealer to the anti-mage, so...
like I said, man, it wasn't looking too good from just the draft.
Dire's structures
It's
are
getting
fortified.
further and further out of their hands now.
The Dire's top tower is
I just don't really
best,
understand
but
what
it doesn't
the
look good.
main objective of ConeForest draft was. I mean, they had solid picks, but I don't see how they're working together as a team right now.
There's going to be a massive team fight here with Anti-Mage coming in. Rubik managed to pick up Sand King, and Lion's going to go down too. Are they going to move on to the rest of the... It looks like they might be able to bring down the Lich. They're trying.
Stolen sacrifice from the Rubik.
Now
Probably not the
goes
best.
Lich. Next up on the platter will be Darkseer if he doesn't get himself out of there. He is actually trying to bring down the Kotl single-handedly, although now he's kind of in a bit of a bad situation. I think he's going to get away here, especially if the Sand King comes in. With that
good
stun
stuff
up on
on
Anti-Mage, they might be able to bring him down. He has to wait 1 more second for his blink. But he's going to be away. Lifting up the
stuff on
Darkseer
Rubik.
as well. He surges up, but he's not going to find anybody unless he goes onto tower. Thinking about it.
This is
Rubik's
pretty
kind of
damn
baiting
risky
him,
at this
baiting him
point
in.
now.
Out comes the stun from Lion, managing to stun up the Nyx and the Rubik. And now Nyx returns with the stun. He gets stunned again by the Sand King. It looks like they're going to bring down that Lion, and they're going to lose Sand King as well, surely. If only they had vision. There is a stun up in 1 second. The stun comes out. Down goes the Sand King as well. Man, it's not looking good for them right now.
Indeed, this anti-mage is getting more and more out of control. I mean, they were so close to picking him up there, but I mean, he's 4-0-3. I mean, he's doing cataclysmically well. I mean, chose to go for a Yasha ahead of the Battle Fury, and that basically says, wow, you're trying to go on me early. I'm going to fight you early.
Yeah,
because
the casual Yasha is just so useful for your farm as well.
Indeed. I mean, when he's in such a beneficial position at the minute, where he's practically had free farm and he's taking 4-0-3, I mean, I think it's a much better item than, as opposed to keeping to rush the Battle Fury.
Yeah, I imagine he'll pick up a Battle Fury as his next item.
Indeed. The Kotl... Oh, actually choosing TP out there. I think that was pretty damn wise. I mean, they saw the 4 of them rotating in. It was getting less and
I find Anti-Mage, if he has a TP scroll, he should be moving up towards top right now for the farm, but he doesn't have one, so...
Indeed.
He's going to have to just hide in the trees.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looking for kills right now.
him.
Anti-Mage's very wisely not showing himself.
Unfortunately,
Radiant's
all
top
this
tower
time
is
spent,
under
he has no
attack.
time to farm.
Oh dear.
Looks like Lich is going to be picked up by the rest of the team though. Oh, good stun though coming out from the Sand King, and a follow-up stun by the Lion. Looks like they have brought down the Lone Druid and the Nyx Assassin. Anti-Mage is trying to fight them, but there's too much damage. He needs to get out. Rubik looks like he's going to go down, and he does so.
Interesting to note there that at the start of that fight, the Lich chucked out his Chain Frost, and it only hit the bear. It hit the bear and did nothing else, so didn't bounce to anyone else. So kind of a wasted ult there, I think. But probably still going in their favour.
Defend this tower. Well, they've got Kotl, so
Yeah, you can always defend with Kotl at the end of the day, can't you? Anti-Mage is on 2.4k gold. I mean, I almost think he's saving up for the ultimate orb, and he's just going to go straight for the Manta style ahead of the Battle Fury.
lift up on that Lion. Actually stolen. Oh, mana drain. Shit. It's not what you want to steal if you can help it. Actually going to go on the Lion though. He's just so squishy. This is why he doesn't get picked up very often. If he walks in that cold blast, he's going to regret it, but no, he's safe.
He gets mech'd up as well. So.
To defend itself.
This Lion only has brown boots right now. It's not his game.
Left side coming in 5, bro. What's he stolen this time? Burrow Strike. Much better steal for the Rubik.
That said, outside of the Chain Frost, ConeForest really haven't popped any of their big team fighting spells.
He comes in best
That was
and
a good
goodbye,
invest.
Keeper of the Light. Stun coming back out from Rubik though. Finger of Death brings him down. Anti-Mage does pick up the Sand King. He's on the run now though. He's taking a lot of damage. Can be pursued by this Lifestealer with a Surge on him and an Iron Shell.
Doesn't actually have the mana to blink, so had they pressed a little bit further, I think they could have got the Anti-Mage.
Well, level has he got in? He's only got 1 in open wounds, so...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That said he was surged up. I mean, he would have got close.
Next assassin's going to try to take down a tier 1.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
Meantime, Lone Druid's farming.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world.
I wonder where the bear is. He's not in the fight. Oh, he's farming. Actually has phase boots up on his druid and his bear.
Some people like to punch with the human person, sometimes.
He's actually picked up a bout of strength on himself as well. I mean,
uh-oh.
what are we going to see that go into?
Vix needs to use his vendetta to get out of here, and he does so. There's no sentry wards to be dropped, so he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think this lone druid is looking to go straight into a basher. No radiant, just fight.
It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Generally, really aggressive choices from Life and Ner'Zull. I mean, not choosing to go for the Battle Fury on the Anti-Mage, choosing to go for a Basher on the Bear. Actually, Anti-Mage is now going towards a BKB, which I think is a pretty
He is
positive.
going down in the jungle.
Was not
Brought down single-handedly by Darkseer there.
Meanwhile, Anti-Mage farming the jungle. It's just not that quick without his Battle Fury.
He had such a good start, though. I guess he doesn't need to.
Dude. And
Rotation on the Nyx again. He might be in trouble if he's not careful, but he did see the line and
Dire's
backed
top
up
tower
before any
is under
stuns to be
attack.
thrown. 5-man in mid. They're going to go for this tier 1. Let's see if they can defend.
I think it's kind of weird looking back to this Anti-Mage, how he's chosen
Dire's
to
top
half
tower
finish
has fallen.
3 items so far.
Oh, I love it, man. They rotate to like push mid, and then Lone
By the
Druid
gods,
takes their tier 2
Dire's
up
bottom
top.
tower doesn't even have arms to
Oh, he
defend
needs
itself.
to be careful though.
What a
There's a
brave
full
tower.
rotation. Oh, he TP's out.
No! He cancelled it!
That was not a good cancel out,
Oh dear. Bye bye, Lone Druid.
He must have thought it was just the Lich, but
It was never going to be just the Lich. When there's no one showing themselves, you've got
the
to
Lich
assume
goes
the worst.
in solo on a lone druid. I mean, you know something's up.
You know he's got some backup. Not
Indeed.
particularly good play by the Lone Druid, but I mean they're still quite far ahead. Although the kills are quite similar at the moment, most of the kills have been on the supports. The Anti-Mage is still unkilled. Oh,
Indeed.
looks like they might be going on the accessory mid, and he's going to go down pretty easily.
We're really starting to see an awful lot of ganks come out from ConeForest now they've started 5-manning. I think
The Radiant should really
Life and
do something
Ner'Zull
about
have
that
suddenly
middle tower.
realised, shit, we can't farm on our own anymore. They can kill us. Thanking Tom Cottle tries to illuminate, but
Well, looks like they've lifted up the
Radiant's
Sand
middle
King,
tower
stolen
has
such a taste from him, but they get
Small
sucked
tower
back
Sunday
by
must.
the vacuum, and they're going to lose the room before you can even use Burrow Strike. No, actually.
oh,
that's-
great Burrow Strike
That's how you
actually.
Burrow Strike. Or Burrowed Strike, I suppose, in that case.
Here's the Anti-Mage too. Again, I mean, we see both of the carries who we assume would just be farming, looking to fight this early on. I mean, Anti-Mage has his BKB right now. BKB, Casual Yasha, and a Ring of Health.
He's definitely going for a bit more fighty.
That said, I mean, outside the BKB, he's not really finished anything yet. I mean, he's not even halfway to a Battle Fury, halfway to a Manta style.
Yeah, we expected him to be a farming
Indeed.
Anti-Mage, and he hasn't been. We expected to be a farming Lone Druid, but he hasn't been a farming
Hasn't
Druid
been
either.
either.
So it's definitely more interesting than they expected.
Indeed. And I think the big interest right here is Lone Druid actually iteming up himself.
I think what the big thing is, they managed to get themselves a massive advantage in the middle. And what they're doing now is they're team fighting, and they don't really want to be team fighting. They haven't got the same team fight as the opponent. So it's an interesting choice. They might be throwing the game away. Burrow Strike it's 3 of them. Backing through the wall. Oh, there's a lot of damage coming out. Rubik is already down. Lich gets taken down, but Sand King takes out both Nyx Assassin and the Lone Druid. Anti-Mage managed to pick up the Lion in retaliation, but he's on the run now.
Why?
See, this is what I'm talking about. They don't have a team fight. They really shouldn't be in a team fight. What do they have for the team
The
fight?
Radiant's bottom tower
Literally
has seen
nothing.
better days.
That said, Anti-Mage picked off both of those kills in a BKB, just roaming around on the back line, so he's now 8-0-4.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I suppose it's
attack.
good, but the strength in their team, the strength
Radiant's
is
bottom tower has fallen.
being able to defend with just a couple of heroes and being able
Yeah.
to farm up on the other heroes, and they're not doing the farming. It's just an
I think
interesting
that
choice.
a big part of that is because ConeForest are just said, okay, we're 5-manning. Flat out, we're 5-manning every single second of this game. And they have to respond with 5 men. You can't just send a Keeper of the Light to illuminate away. Because the heroes will survive.
You can.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, because they're just choosing to just dive as it is. I think they think, well,
a couple
infested
of kills on a Cottle is fine, and a couple of kills on Rubik, it doesn't really matter. Yes, they're getting experience, yes, they're getting gold, but as a 5-man team, they're getting a lot less gold. And if that's just if they're taking a long time to do these kills and push these towers, while Lone Druid and Anti-Mage are busy farming on 2 different lanes, they're going to get very quickly out-farmed and out-pushed.
I love how Anti-Mage just ran past the Lion and the Lich on a haste rune just to go to the side shop, just to go to the secret shop. And they basically just watched him like, yeah, we can't do shit to this guy.
So he's working on that Battle Fury. He's going to get it probably around the 28-minute mark.
I'd say closer to 30 in actual fact.
We'll see. Depends how much more fighting they do.
Indeed. I think it's getting. You see, Battle Fury is good at all at all points during the game, but it's a little bit late for him to be getting the most farm from it.
Oh dear. He's not quite managing to get the Rubik to join him. Nancy is being a real nuisance, but he was only a distraction for the rest of the team to come in. They're all split up. Out goes.
Oh dear! Spread your bear! Spread your bear! Spread your bear!
Oh no!
No! Not together!
Managed to spread the bear eventually.
That was so lucky it bounced the creep wave. Oh, Vix has gone in.
Yep,
That's an anti-mage.
The Lion, and he's trying to kill something else off here, but he's not going to be able to do it before his BKB runs out, and now he might be in trouble. Good blink though. Oh, that comes a start from the next assassin. Cole charging that Illuminate, lifted up by Rubik. Lots of damage coming out to be a dead Lich, surely. He goes down to the anti-mage, blink strike, and now they're in pursuit of anyone, just about stunned, nearly hitting the Dark Seer, but he's on the run past his tier 1, back up for the
stolen surge!
That's never good. Oh, they can't see him, but here's the Nyx, there's the Nyx, goodbye Sand King, you're next on the list. Flying TPing into defend tier 2, but there's nothing here, tier 1's going to go down right now.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So I think it's getting closer to your 28-minute prediction instead of my 30-minute one. Yay. Only about 0.2k off the Battle Fury, so.
Yay. Like a cake.
No. All focus is on this anti-mage right now, I think. I mean, his farm has just been spectacular throughout this entire game, and he's been fighting as well.
Yeah, fighting mage. Who knew?
He's only sitting on 112 last hits and 905 for KDA. And that is just spectacular for an anti-mage at 26 minutes.
Rubik's going to be eaten alive here by the lifestealer. He's going to man up with a BKB up, trying to kill anything, but he hasn't got the right take in the medics. He hasn't really got any damage items. So he's on the run. Next assassin's got DD though, and he's looking to kill something. What's he going to kill? It's going to be Lion. Yep, it's going to be Lion. Open wounds up on this anti-mage, he needs to get away from this goddamn lifestealer trying to man up, hasn't got enough, they blinks away.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Also, Murph, no, he did pick up a little while ago, but the Dagon up on next assassin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Called back by the Keeper of the Light. So yeah, they
pretty play their game out of that gank because they were just about to surround him and cut him off.
Yeah, they did lose the Lone Druid in the fight as well, which I didn't watch because I was keeping an eye on the anti-mage. So he's died quite a bit actually. Lone Druid, Basher up on Lone Druid. Is it up on the Druid? Yes.
Lifestealer also very nearly has a Basher up. He's just a recipe away right now, about 200, 300 gold.
Yeah, he can do.
He's actually after these ancients. He should have it.
Yeah, he's still doing a lot of damage to the anti-mage, so anti-mage has to be careful that he doesn't overextend.
I think the biggest concern right now is that this anti-mage is basically he's running in on this Black King bar like, oh, I'm immortal, and he's used it 4 times so far. It's down to a 7-second charge.
Yeah, he's going to have to buy a new one by the end of this match.
That bash is gonna go through the BKB, so I think he's being a little bit too aggressive now. I think he really needs to tone back on the aggression. He had the early game, but he's not that out of hand compared to anyone else anymore.
There's still pretty much 5 men up here, apart from him. Oh dear, poor little Nyx assassin. walks right into that sentry ward, instantly stunned up.
Indeed.
At least he knows there's a ward there now.
But you can't do much about it from the grey.
It's a bit late now, but he knows now. So you put it on their own ward. And the
He's actually picked up a gem. He's like, fuck these wards, man.
Fuck these wards, bro.
It's a pretty wise pickup though. So I mean, he's doing really well. He's picked up a fair amount of kills. I mean, counter warding is simply the next step.
What a brave tower. Dire's bottom tower.
Wait, hang on a minute. Is it actually going to be a 29-minute Battle Fury in between mine and your predictions? Yeah, it is.
It might take 30 to get here from the courier, so you might win.
No, you're looking at winning right now. Go on. I love how he just completely stopped watching the game. No, you're going to win! Oh, lame.
Fuck yes!
13 seconds closer. And now the farming doth commence.
Farming was happening anyway.
Oh, yeah, it was just farming of supports instead of farming of creeps. Big juicy creeps they are.
So yeah, it's kind of turned into a stalemate situation. Well, not necessarily a stalemate, but I mean it's 19-19 and both teams are happy to be farming at the minute.
I've been really impressed by the way that ConeForest have pulled this game back. I mean, from the early game you could say that they had lost it all. I mean, the anti-mage was farmed as hell, but they've started 5-money and they've really pulled ahead now. Well, maybe not pulled ahead, but they've definitely shown their worth.
Let's ask this charts. At the minute, there's been a very up and down in the experience chart, but it is going on the side of ConeForest at the minute, so they are ahead on the XP. Gold-wise, it's pretty much in the middle at the minute, so yeah. Well, the next few team fights are really going to tell who's going to take this time.
No team ever really having a massive advantage over the other, but I think it just feels that way because all of the gold of Life and Ner'Zull is on this anti-mage.
Yeah, it's on their main carry.
Indeed. It's kind of depressing to see the lone druid as low down the net worth chart as he is.
Yeah, but at least it's above Nyx.
Indeed. That kind of counts, right?
Well, I mean, being lots of net worth on your Darkseer isn't necessarily the best thing in the world.
Well, no, but I mean, it means he could pick up something like a sheep stick, which is what I imagine he'll go for up against an anti-mage. He's got a mechanism up already. Spread your bear, goddammit, lone druid!
Bear's gonna get killed off here, almost certainly. Going for it. Kill the bear, actually gonna kill the druid.
Druid's dead too.
Druid's definitely dead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anti-mage looking for kills. BKB is popped. Finger of Death comes out. Takes down Nyx Assassin, but down goes the Lion. And Anti-mage still wants to fight. BKB is now down. Surge comes up on the Sand King. He's going to be fine. Changes to Darkseer, but he can't catch him either.
About time.
Stolen frost armor, so pretty good steal from the Rupert there.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant.
It's so scary having this anti-mage now on 1108. He is so close to his butterfly right now. But I think Lone Druid, he needs to learn to control his bear separately to himself. Also, I love how Lifestealer Rage TP'd away from Rubik there.
Well, he anticipated the gank from the other two coming. And you're right, Sheepstick out on the Darkseer, so that's going to be really useful, especially if they can get it off the anti-mage, because it's the major source of damage in these fights.
Indeed. I mean, he's everything in these fights at the minute, but if he's got his Black King bar up, it's not...
Yeah, but
they
that
can't...
charge is getting lower and lower. Was it now 6 seconds? Yeah, 6 seconds.
I know, he really needs to be a lot more sparing. I mean, soon it's going to be 4 seconds, and...
It's going to be practically useless.
At this stage, it's currently the same as Lifestealer's Rage.
Only for the next pop, and that's it.
Indeed.
The thing is though, Lifestealer is naturally a lot more tanky than Anti-Mage due to the lifesteal and being a strength hero, so... Ooh, it's going to be an interesting fight still to go.
That said, the Anti-Mage has practically finished off his Manta style now. I imagine we'll see him go into a Butterfly next. Because it gives him a little bit more survivability and a fuck ton more damage, so...
And attack speed.
Indeed.
And they're dewarding here, they might go in here, they're looking for a kill, they're going to go on both... So they're going to take the lid out. Out comes the Chain Frost though. Oh, and he's blinked into it as well. Oh, and sucked back through that thing. They might get the first kill on this. Oh, down goes the Anti-Mage. Finally bringing him down. Lone Druid, I don't know what he's doing. Trying to die by the look of things. It looks like they're going to lose Rubik as well. If the Lifestealer can get off open wounds, and he does so. The blast comes out, but they're still going to bring him down. Cotton was on the run. In the meantime, TP out from the Lone Druid. He'll be fine. Nyx Assassin on the run as well. Actually, it looks like they're going for him. Oh, he's been called back though.
Just to go into these trees here as well.
He got out though.
Indeed.
But the anti-mage being killed off. I didn't see the amount of bounty that came up for it. Oh, 971 gold. Almost 1,000 gold for that kill.
Who did it go on to?
Darkseer.
Ooh. Second Scythe, anyone?
Yeah, actually, I think the Scythe came up in that fight as well.
Yeah, they had a dual Scythe up on him. I mean, he went into the fight and he hand popped his BKB. And this was...
They popped it when they went on the Lich and the Sand King. The problem was it was only 6 seconds long, so by the time the team rotated to come in to protect them...
No, he didn't pop it.
No, he did. I thought sure he had it up.
It's still on 6-second charge at the minute, so...
Oh my, imagine things.
Yeah. The way I saw it is that he didn't pop it. The first hex came out from the Lion, second hex came out from the Darkseer. Combined with all the stuns and the fact he was fighting himself in the illusionary wall, it's just now they have these disables.
They're going to go on this Lifestealer, Nyx Assassin, and the bear, but double stun up on the bear and the Lone Druid. He has to stop throwing himself in there as well. Nyx Assassin being eaten alive by this Lifestealer. He's gone down. The wall is up again. Lone Druid is chasing. They managed to pick up Lion. He's just so easy to kill, but they're going to kill the Lone Druid again as well. And Lifestealer is just eating his way through these supports. And he's going to go for the Anti-Mage. A bash comes up and Anti-Mage is out. That's a 5-man team wipe. This could be Rax.
This is Rax, unless there's buybacks coming out. And unfortunately, let's just check the buyback list right now. I don't know if Anti-Mage has it. He just purchased his Manta Style before that fight.
There's a gem. Sand King picks it up.
Only Lone Druid with buyback right now.
He's pretty shit.
He's really under farm right now. That said, both supports can be back soon, and they are fantastic at defending against this push.
So he's actually going to look to see if he can eat them.
Oh, nom.
Being lifted up and he's managed to steal. Oh, Rage. That's pretty handy. Rubik Rage!
Rage
What's Lifestealer doing?
Oh, what?
Is he DC?
Oh dear, he might have.
Oh, he's definitely dead.
Darkseer drops too.
I don't mean in love.
Who picked up
I don't know what happened there. That may have been a DC. That was...
Or lag spike? I didn't see what happened to the Darkseer. What happened to him?
Deliberate feed? No, I didn't see what happened to the Darkseer either.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I think we were too busy occupied with... What the hell was the Lifestealer doing? I think he was waiting to try and pester the supports as they came out of the camp, but the Invis Nyx caught him out with the stun, but he didn't even move after the stun, so...
He just sat there. It was very bizarre, and I don't actually see where the Darkseer died in the chat log.
I think he did die a little bit earlier, actually. Yeah, the Anti-Mage picked him up a little bit earlier. Before the Lich killed the Anti-Mage in the other fight. Hey, speaking of that, Darkseer was on a monster kill streak for 803 gold, so I think Anti-Mage actually gained more gold from that kill than he lost from dying earlier.
Yeah, but the same could probably be said about the Darkseer killing him off.
Yeah, that's very true.
Little old Lion completely skipping going for an upgrade on the boots and picking up a 4-star. Great utility item.
Indeed, that's probably a wise choice right now. I mean, boots may benefit yourself, but 4-star benefits your team.
Well, if he had mana boots, it would benefit his team, I suppose, but we've got them up on the Sand King anyway, who does have his Blink Dagger. He's had it quite a while. He hasn't really seen any Blink initiations from him quite yet.
Interesting to see what the bear for Lone Druid's going for. I mean, probably going to be a Maelstrom with the Gloves of Haste in its inventory, but has he possibly forgot that Armlet got nerfed and he's building towards that? It's the only other thing I can think. Oh no, there's the Mithril Hammer in his inventory.
The other option was had
I was kind of hoping he had done dirt. Sorry, Mr. Lone Druid.
You don't have much faith in the Lone Druid.
It's his spreads when he gets hit by the Chain Frost and he kind of just runs with his bear alongside him. It's like, no!
For a Roshan.
Counter warding beforehand.
Are we gonna do yes, in goes the Life Stealer now.
Anti-mage is a long way away.
Then we had a team fight going in here. If they steal some, we've only got Rage stolen at the minute. But Keeper of the Light might want to just, you know, do a little Illuminate.
They know they're doing Roche. I think they're waiting for this anti-mage. She's like, no, sorry guys, I'm farming.
Let them have it. No one cares. She might be pushing the top.
Shiva's up now on Dark.
TPing now into mid. Problem is they don't have a tier 1 up. It's going to take them a little while to get there. This is the Roche advantage that is on the dire side.
Indeed. Darkseer now looking worryingly bad.
And well. It's a very, very dead Roche. Chain Frost actually being popped so they didn't come close. Nicely done, Mr. Lich. And that's a free Roshan going to the Life Stealer. Oh, he's going to be stuck on top. Oh no, he just about managed to avoid that.
So close.
People like doing his Illuminate. Ulti.
Oh, here's the anti-mage.
Kill off this
now down to 4 BKB after this.
Big trouble right now. Oh, down goes the lone druid. He's really poorly did that. Actually, they've kind of lost. Fox actually goes down to Nick's assassin.
Oh, stolen Chain Frost from Rubik!
That's a really good Chain Frost. Nick's assassin on the run with the spikes up. In the other direction, Lich on the run, being chased down by this anti-mage is surely going to get the kill. Surely going to get the kill. Surely going to get the kill. There it goes! And Nyx escapes.
And Lifestealer's actually looking quite a lot of trouble now.
Did he get Rubik
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh dear.
Here as well, though. Mantis being popped. This could be very bad.
Oh, he's getting very low.
He needs to get away. Has he got his ulti up? No, 24 seconds left on it. Keep doing the armor toggle, keep himself alive. A lot of damage. Another toggle. Teal trying to keep himself alive. Another toggle. He's going to go behind his tier 2. TP's coming in now from Lion. Really want to take down this Life Stealer. Another toggle. He can't do it.
Fantastic there from the Life Stealer in actual fact. I think. Oh, and he's now a frog.
Oh, this could be very bad. Still got Blink, he can get away from this. He didn't blink up into the trees, but he does blink away and he's just going to limp his way out of there. Picks up the Eagle Song on the way back.
So yeah, Butterfly. I actually think now, I know I pointed out the Eagle Song earlier. I think it might be worth him going for a Basher or an MKB. Because I mean, had he got a lucky Bash on that Life Stealer, he could have got that kill very easily. And
we've stacked some camps for him, I think. I know they didn't actually stack it. They wanted to, but didn't get that. So yeah, the team fight with the Rubik steal was a really good steal. He turned the team fight on his head because things were going pretty shit for them right now. Leveled up the Dagon twice.
Dear Nyx. You see, this is what we see from a mid Nyx. It's like, oh yeah, normally I'd build a mechanism. Normally
I'd in trouble. Life Stealer wants to nom him. The Bear's going to take the bash though. Nice bash from the Bear. The Bear continues to chase.
No. Ooh, don't go in on that. Don't go in on that, Mr. Anti-Mage.
No. Actually aware of it though, because it's Sentry Ward. That being said, goodbye Sentry Ward.
Indeed. Nyx is actually hunting for kills right now.
Can't blame him, but if they 5-man a lot, it's very difficult for him to pick people off, and that's what you do when you're up against something like a Nyx Assassin.
Indeed. Is he unaware of the wait, who did have that stolen gem?
Sand King, I believe, has it, but he hasn't got it.
I think he did die, so.
Yeah, it's probably traded
so they've just left it back in the fountain, yeah. Oh dear.
Lich. What's he stolen? Oh, sacrifice, not great. Oh, and an entangled off him as well, but he did get off his ulti. It kills off Keeper of the Light, and it might kill off Lone Druid if he's not careful. No, he's just about going to survive that, but Lich gets brought down. Nyx Assassin also died to Darkseer. He must have been exposed.
Died to all 4 of them in mid.
Yeah, he must have been exposed by this Sentry Ward.
No, that was actually a fresh Sentry pot to chase him down, so.
Oh, there's another Sentry. Oh dear. Yeah. They're dealing with the Nyx quite effectively, actually.
The Radiant should really
they actually, in fact, got 3 Sentry Wars to take out that Nyx. No, just the 2, in fact.
Radiant's middle tower.
Worth the gold. Oh, it looks like they're going to bring down Rubik in about half a second. Bash down this tower. They're going to go for racks, but no fort coming out. And it's not going to be long until the rest of the team coming back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Out comes that blast. BKB up, going for something.
Oh,
looks like they're going to lose Sand King. Zing hangs down. Chasing on the Darks here, but he managed. Oh no, the man avoided him, and he's been entangled. He's going to try to TP out.
Is the bash. Oh,
managing just to infest and eat some creeps. And backing out now, he's on the run. There is a bear chasing him. He might get entangled if he's not careful. Bear attacks once, doesn't get entangled. Attacks twice, doesn't get entangled. He's now mana leaked. He can't move. He's going to man up. Rage is up. Man's up against this Lone Druid. Lone Druid is in big trouble. Can they kill off this? Oh, finger of death on the Lone Druid. Stun comes out as well. Right clicks. Down he goes. Lifestealer survives. And down goes the Lone Druid. Where is Anti-Mage at this point? Oh no, they've found the Nyx Assassin, and they've found the Rubik. Nyx Assassin is down already. Looks like Rubik's going to go down next. He's down as well. Oh, and Cottle's on the run. Anti-Mage is trying to man up here. He's going to go on a Darkseer. He has been open wound. He does kill off the Lifestealer, but
the chain
it's very bad. He tries to blink out, but he's being slowed. Can he get out of the range of the Lifestealer? Didn't have open wounds out, so unfortunate for him. But it's looking really, really bad now.
Indeed. Anti-Mage has finished off this butterfly, so he's doing a colossal amount of damage right now, and he's level 25, he's highest in the game, so...
Yeah, but they keep getting, like, shit trades. They get, like, one hero and they lose, like, 3. It's not going well, and oh dear, Abyssal Blade is up on the Lifestealer.
I think this is really when the Anti-Mage needs to...
Mage goes in, tries to kill the Blitz, can't kill him off. Mana burns the wrong hero. Manages to do no damage because he had a full mana pool. That was a miss.
That's kind of quite a big waste. I mean, the mana void is going to be off cooldown after 70 seconds.
Oh, Rage. Up goes Lifestealer, comes in, fully control. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, everyone's gone through the wall as well. Massive stuns. Oh my goodness. Whole team wipe. Rax is definitely going down here.
This is
This might be 2 sets of Rax.
They should retreat.
There are no buyback.
G coming out from the Anti-Mage. They are tapping out of this match, and I'm not surprised.
That was a fantastic game, though. I'm genuinely impressed the way ConeForest made to turn it back. Went to turn it back to their. What's the words at the minute?
Yeah, they did really well. I mean, I still think that they didn't have to. They didn't have to team fight when the other team was 5-manning.
Indeed.
I think they were forced into team fighting, and you know they were we'll do team fight. We'll take the team fight on. The problem was the team fight was really in Cone's favour. They had big team fight abilities, and were afraid to lose them. And the Anti-Mage picking up the BKB that early, I don't think was a particularly good choice.
He was on 4-second BKBs by the end of the game, and it's just not enough.
No, he couldn't even kill a Lich in the time it took his BKB to run out.
Indeed. So...
It started off incredibly well for him, but...
I mean, he ended incredibly well. I mean, he played really well, but I think the BKB that early on just wasn't the right decision. But they had started 5-manning, and when they were 5-manning, he couldn't just pick people off in the way he had been doing previously, because there were that many stuns out.
They had the heroes to be split pushing when they were 5-manning, and they really should have been doing the split push.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, people call it rat Dota, they don't like it very much. But if you're against a team fighting team, you don't want to give them team fights. You don't want to give them.
No, they're going to win.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to fight how they want to fight. You want to force them to fight how you want to fight.
Indeed.
And then
you'll lose if you fight the way they want to fight.
You can give them their goddamn team fight later on when your Lone Druid and your Anti-Mage are just completely ridiculous and they can't be dealt with.
The Anti-Mage was ridiculous. I mean, he was so close to being 6-slotted and...
No, he was pretty far off. I mean...
Well, he was only 1 item short, I mean...
Yeah, but look at the items he's got. As far as big damage items, he didn't really have anything but the butterfly.
There's a butterfly and a Manta Star and a Battle Fury.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it. I suppose an MKB would have been the next thing he was looking to build.
Yeah. I think it would be an MKB or a Basher, and... I think he needed the Basher earlier on to take out the Lifestealer, so he could actually effectively man up.
The real big problem was the Lone Druid trying to participate in all the fights, and...
Yeah,
he died a lot, and and the problem was the Lone Druid himself was in the thick of things a lot, where he should have probably been further back.
Split pushing or farming.
Or not if he's going to team fight. The lone
Oh,
druid
yeah, he doesn't
himself
want-
shouldn't be that close when he doesn't really. He's pretty tanky, admittedly, but they're lifestealer. Lifestealers love tanks. They're lifestealer lunch, and
he built phase boost. He was looking to right click with his.
I don't think it was the best idea. If you lose the bear, well, yeah, you lost the bear, but you know what? You can resummon him, and even if you can't resummon him, it's not the end of the world.
Indeed,
You
still
die, you and your bear die, and you've got to sit there and spawn being dead.
And then you still have to resummon the bear when you respawn.
Exactly. He should have been split pushing a lot more. I mean, maybe he was scared because he got picked off that top lane where he should have TP'd out.
Yeah.
But yeah, mistakes here and there. Really, well, I think they had it kind of. It looked like it was in the bag. We were kind of saying that, well, it's only going to get worse from here because they've got two really good.
The anti-mage was so bad.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. The anti-mage was so tasty early on.
Yeah, but he was super fed. Yeah, but it was 1 against 5, and well, do the math. 5's going to win.
Well, it depends what 5. I mean, I've seen Faceless Voids take out an entire team with a Chronosphere, so. But rather recently, in fact, so.
He got 4, and it was without a Chronosphere, but a DD.
Yeah, true. DD makes all the difference.
And he technically only got 3 of them. But that's a completely different game and not worth talking about here. No, that was the end of that match then. Really good match actually. Good fighting all around. I mean, the team fights,
Indeed.
they were executed really well and everything went according to their plan really. It didn't go great in the laning phase. They forced team fights upon the opponent and they kind of lapped them up, and that was their downfall in the end, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're very right in that regard. I mean, they were fighting as 5 when they should have been defending with 1 and farming as 4.
Well, defending with 2, Rubik as well probably would have been a good pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh well, what can you do? Well, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more sexy team matches.
But now we get a weekend off.
Hooray! It's a bank holiday. Hooray!
I know, it's going to be
You've got
so
to work
late because I've got to work. Yeah. Yay.
Sucks to be you. Anyway, thank you for watching and for listening to us ramble on about, well, this Dota malarkey. You can follow us on Sproink Dota and Twitter and stuff, and words apparently and stuff. And
It's close enough.
subscribe and stuff. I'm gonna leave because this is going badly. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.